Titanic is perhaps the most famous shipwreck in our current popular culture. Titanic was a British-registered ship in the White Star Line that was owned by a U.S. company in which famed American financier John Pierpont J.P. Morgan was a major stockholder. Titanic was built in Belfast, Northern Ireland, by Harland and Wolff for a transatlantic passage between Southampton, England, and New York City. It was the largest and most luxurious passenger ship of its time and was reported to be unsinkable. Titanic launched on May 31, 1911, and set sail on its maiden voyage from Southampton on April 10, 1912, with 2,140 passengers and crew on board. On April 15, 1912, after striking an iceberg, Titanic broke apart and sank to the bottom of the ocean, taking with it the lives of more than 1,500 passengers and crew.
And movies. Titanic has been recognized by the United States Congress for its national and international significance and in many ways has become a cultural icon. The disaster also resulted in a number of memorials around the world. In the United States, there are major memorials in Washington, D.C. Off-Site Link and New York Off-Site Link. The Widener Library Off-Site Link at Harvard University is another major memorial commemorating Henry Elkins Widener, a victim of the sinking. Investigation and the development of measures for safety and navigation. The sinking of Titanic was one of the deadliest peacetime maritime disasters in history and quickly became a catalyst for change. The United States Congress held hearings off-site link on the casualty that resulted in a report off-site link and measures to improve safety of navigation off-site link. Similar investigations were held in the United Kingdom. The international community readily came together for the purpose of establishing global maritime standards and regulations to promote safety of navigation, the most important of which was the Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, SOLAS, widely regarded as the most important of all international agreements on the safety of merchant ships. Radioacoustic ranging navigation, developed by the U.S. Coast and Geodetic Survey, USCGS, a NOAA predecessor agency, in 1924, had its roots in the sinking of the Titanic. The transmission and reception of sound waves led to the invention of sonar. USCGS and hydrographic offices around the world grasped the power of sonar as an underwater search tool, and also as a way to measure the depths of the ocean. Today, accurate and precise nautical charts are produced with the data acquired from survey vessels equipped with echo-sounding technology. Discovery of the Titanic wreck site by a team of explorers from the United States and France. The wreck of Titanic was discovered on September 1, 1985, by a joint American-French expedition led by Dr. Robert Ballard of the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution and Jean-Louis Michel of the French Research Institute for Exploration of the Sea, IFREMER, off-site link. The wreck was found approximately 350 nautical miles, nanometer, off the Canadian coast of Newfoundland in international waters 2.5 miles below the ocean surface, depth of 12,500 feet or 3,800 meters. Shortly after the discovery, Dr. Ballard testified before the United States Congress to encourage the enactment of legislation to designate the wreck as a maritime memorial. In July 1986, a plaque was placed on RMS Titanic recording its discovery the previous year and calling for the wreck to be left undisturbed in memory of those who perished aboard her. In 1987, a United States company working with IFREMER returned to the wreck and began to salvage and artifacts from the artifact field. For more information on salvage, please visit our related salvage page. United States Congress acts to protect Titanic through international cooperation. Recognizing the shipwreck as a site of great historical and cultural significance, Congress passed the RMS Titanic Maritime Memorial Act of 1986 Act, directing the United States to 1. Begin negotiation of an international agreement to initiate multinational conservation efforts, and 2. Develop guidelines for exploration, research and salvage. It also calls for the recognition of the site as an international maritime memorial on behalf of those who lost their lives in the tragic sinking. International significance. Much of the current international law relating to maritime shipping and safety developed as a result of the RMS Titanic tragedy. In the immediate aftermath of its sinking on April 14 to 15, 1912, the Titanic sparked a lawmaking frenzy resonating throughout the international community. From this further emerged the adoption of the first International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, SOLAS, off-site link in 1914. SOLAS has been amended